today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through,
and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
2nd and 3.
The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 3 catches, 51 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Cook able to escape. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. He's going to take him down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Eric Kendricks.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tannehill getting this complete to Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A first down carry for Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run forward with Henry. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs them up for another 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's good. We're up Minnesota. Minnesota Vikings.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give to Cook out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Kevin Byard.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This is taken at the 15. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Do the air first. Maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sideline.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, as the 1st half is winding down, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings
the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime with our score. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, it's Henry. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So a decent game, all for naught to finish.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the second round. They already have him.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
They'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Derek.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a 1st-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
The Titans' 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
Henry on the
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
they're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Henry, the ball carrier. He was taken.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 24. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. First down, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Junior.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Smith catches left side. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 1st down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
1st and 10.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
They try again with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Will line up.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. And they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line.
Is no good. That keeps the
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
They're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That one 28 yards on the ground. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins again. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen, 34 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Evans. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And a Titans first down.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, then I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavaliers. No love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Hit that. Okay. When I hit that. When I hit that. Okay. When I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the